On March 8th, recent Columbia graduate Mahmoud Khalil was arrested by ICE agents and taken from New York to a detention facility in Louisiana, where he remains today. Khalil hasn't been charged with a crime, and President Trump said that his arrest is the first of many to come.
Turn around.
Okay,
Let's not.
Stop
resisting.
Okay, he's not resisting. He's giving me his phone, okay? He's not, I understand, he's not resisting.
Put your arm
Like,
There's no need for this.
don't worry about it. You're going to have to come with us. Don't worry.
I'm coming with you. Don't worry.
Khalil was the main negotiator between Columbia's administration and Columbia University Apartheid Divest, a coalition of student groups that demand divestment from Israel. The group has sparked outrage on several occasions for supporting Hamas's attack against Israel on October 7th, and for some members advocating for violence against Zionists.
The First Amendment applies to everyone who's in this country, citizens and non-citizens, people who are here permanently or people who are here on temporary status. But of course, Khalil is not here on temporary status. He's here on a permanent visa of some sort. So it is just wildly inappropriate, to say the least. It's a really frightening environment right now because we are seeing abridgments of basic constitutional freedoms that I certainly haven't seen in my lifetime, and you would have to go back at least to the McCarthy era to see anything like it in American history.
On March 31st, the Northeastern Student Mobilization Committee held a protest in Centennial Common, and while their goals were wide-ranging, one of them was to advocate for immigrants and pro-Palestine activists. A few of the group's demands were that NUPD refuse to cooperate with ICE and that Northeastern divest from, quote, companies profiting from war, surveillance, prisons, and policing, unquote.
During the time when students are being kidnapped and sent to the police, during the time when going against the genocide is being criminalized as fundamental sustaining of fascism, during the time...
An Instagram post advertising the protest urged people to rally for Khalil, whom they called a political prisoner.
We've certainly seen plenty of outrage, but it's hard to know what can be done about this. The courts have intervened. The courts seem to be trying to do the right thing, but they move slowly. The Trump administration moves quickly.
On April 19th, protesters at the Hands Off rally on Boston Common condemned what they say are authoritarian tactics by President Trump to consolidate power.
I want to know that as we march, some of us are over there now, we will walk past.
Like, you can't organize in America without threat of being kidnapped. Like, what does that say about where we are? You know, everyone here's an immigrant unless you're indigenous, you know? Like, I think it's a complete ridiculous way to, like, divide us, right? And we can't, you know, fall for those attacks. We need to stay united. And, you know, I think, like, you know, every immigrant deserves, you know, basic fundamental rights that, like, we all deserve, you know, and I think this attempt to divide us is, yeah, disgusting.
Neither the federal government nor Colombia has provided evidence that Khalil ever personally advocated for violence, but White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt claimed that he distributed pro-Hamas pamphlets at a protest on Columbia University campus.
And this administration is not going to tolerate individuals having the privilege of studying in our country and then siding with pro-terrorist organizations that have killed Americans.
I mean, one of the things that the Trump administration said that I just found incredible is that he was somehow providing support to Hamas because he was taking part in a protest at which there were some pro-Hamas statements being made. Now, he didn't make any pro-Hamas statements, and even if he did, simply speaking in favor of Hamas, which I don't approve of, but nevertheless, that's a long way from incitement to violence. I mean, the definition of incitement under the First Amendment is very, very narrow, and you can say some pretty provocative things without running afoul of the First Amendment. The famous phrase from Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. is that the First Amendment protects freedom for the thought that we hate.